Alright, I'm just testing audio real quick. It's been about a week. I've still been posting on Instagram. I just haven't gotten around to actually recording myself. They've been late nights. Technically starting this at midnight my time. So yeah, let's go ahead and start. The word is armadillo. And I've already got the sketch worked out. It's taken me a few hours, an hour or so, just exploring ideas. And then I realized that armadillos are from Central America. And you know what else is from Central America? We have the Incas, the Aztec, a bunch of warriors. So wanted to do something in that kind of ideology. All right, so just get started. If you want to talk or ask questions, hit a message up in the chat or in the comments down below, and I'll do my best to reply. Could I zoom in while I'm doing this? Probably. Try not to have the mic in my face, but also be able to be heard. So y'all let me know if my audio's any good or not. Also let me know if the music's able to be heard. I don't want y'all just sitting there watching me draw and in silence. It's no fun to anybody. So, a fun fact that I ran into today was that I didn't know that armadillos could swim. Yeah, I was looking through pictures and then I'm trying to come up with ideas or concepts for the drawing, and I'm like, alright, what's cool facts about it? And I found out these little guys can actually swim. And I don't know why, in my mind, that comes to like a shock. I guess it's just like they're little creatures that I see a lot of times in Georgia as roadkill. And it never just dawned on my mind that these guys actually can swim. But I think that's really ignorant on my end. Because why, or how could this creature get from Central America to the US without being able to swim? I mean, less people brought them in, but still, I don't think that's it. Alright, let's see. The reason why I like to ink and live stream is because it gives me the ability to like talk to other people while I'm doing it, and my mind can just kind of go numb while I'm doing it. It's just like a whole different set of my brain that's basically being used while I'm doing this. Like, I don't have to think that much, versus actually coming up with the idea in the first place. That requires so much more brain power, and I've been researching a lot on like basically how to improve this craft or how to get better at it. And I found out that like the imaginative part, the part that like requires you to basically come up with the idea or the concept, is a lot different than the one that you're just doing. Like, how do I explain it? Like, I'm just basically tracing. There's no brain power that's basically up there right now that's needing to work, other than like maybe looking at some of the techniques that I'm doing while inking or styling or coloring in the sketch. So, any of y'all have any big plans for the weekend? I think I have a wedding to attend this weekend, which I'm excited about. I always like going to weddings. It's actually how I ended up meeting my wife. She was one of the bridesmaids one of my best friends growing up wedding, and I just basically slid into the DMs after the wedding because she was beautiful. She still is. I don't want to be getting into any kind of trouble. But I could not resist myself on like at least saying hello to her. And then my best friend Matt, his wife, I think they were just dating at the time, so his girlfriend at the time was like best friends with her, and she basically introduced us while we were at the wedding, and my wife blew me off completely and like no interest in me at first, but I did slide it into the DMs afterwards and I said hi, and we went on our first date a few months later on, and I like to say the rest is history. But that just sounds cheesy, even though it is kind of. But I'm really happy about it. I think the biggest thing that I can pull away from that is that when I was in college, I was going through a pretty hard breakup, really dark times, basically trying to do anything that I possibly could to get over it, and I just wasn't in a good headspace. But if you were to hey Rajesh, nice to see you. How's your week been going? Have you been doing any more Inktober or? Doing well. Doing really well. Just been trying to stay sane during this challenge. Yep. Armadillo is... It took me a little bit to figure out, but I'll give you a few hints that might be able to help you. Good, I'm glad. A few hints that might be able to help you, or ideas. I found out today that they can actually swim. I don't know if you could possibly like draw him swimming in water. That's just one idea. They're also native to Central America, so maybe like I'm drawing like a Aztec on top of one running. I just playing with ideas. It took me a bit to figure this one out. Have you posted the pictures anywhere? I like that idea. You should definitely draw that. So which idea have you liked drawing the most so far? Thank you, I appreciate it. Good. I'm glad that you're making that idea. You should definitely post them somewhere. I'm sure other people would love to see them. Yeah, I think I have them. Give me 1 second. I have them all like piled into my notebook at the moment. So this one was for the word kind. I lost my dog. Well, not lost, like he passed away at the beginning of the year. So I wanted to do something to commemorate him. So this is what I have for kind. Sorry, I'm trying to like go through and find all of them. I don't have them organized at the moment. Forget is a dodo with a. I'm glad you appreciate it. Okay, so the word forget was a dodo. He had forget-me-not flowers. They're these flowers that grow here in the States. They're like these little blue and pink flowers sometimes. And I've been trying to plant some of those. Sorry, I'm like flipping through paper at the moment, trying to find the ones that I may not have shared here. Just because I've had no time to record lately. What are the other words? I love that. I had a penguin idea as well when I was trying to sketch them out, and then I decided to go this route instead. Alright, I don't think I did. This is one that I did quickly. It was. Here, let me look at the words instead of me trying to like figure it out. Okay, this is the one that I did for match. Pretty sure I streamed the one for Nest. Krabby, I definitely feel like I did. I don't know if I ever shared it on here. Eagle. What's this one? And I think I've showed the others. Is there a word you're wanting to see that I may have missed? I think that's all of them. Yeah, I already did forget. I already showed you kind. Empty. I did that one last night. Here it is. Here's empty. Ghost looking into a coffin. No, you're good. I that's why I was explaining earlier that I like whenever it comes to me inking, it's a whole different side of my brain that I feel like I'm using. And I like doing it and talking to people. I don't have to think as much when it comes to inking. I feel like I'm just tracing and then just coming up with like how the ink should look. You guys are always welcome to ask me any questions you guys have. Helps me out. Because I feel like many times as artists, whenever you're working on something, and say it's just inking, painting, or doing something that you might not require as much brain functionality, it can get lonely. So that's why I like live streaming it. Definitely worth having friends whenever doing this. So your day been so has your day been going really well? You still there, Rajesh? Well, thank you for stopping by. Alright, let's see. Yes, I can go back to telling a story. trying to think. What should I tell y'all about? What story should I say? I can tell you all about my college days. Or we just do something completely different. Alright. Let's see if I can come up with some other ideas for the background. At least texture-wise. I think this year with Inktober, a lot of it for me was, can I do better than last year? At least with environmental design, I was more focused with trying to figure out what the best like character illustration was for me, but I wasn't really paying too much attention to the design of characters or artwork or anything like with like where their characters were. So this year I wanted to do a little bit better for it. I definitely feel like I've accomplished that. I've gotten a lot better for it. I think the only thing that I wish I had this year was like a watercolor. Like I had actually printed it out on like watercolor, and I could do like an ink wash with it by like making the ink slightly washed down with water. That's the only thing that I could feel like could add to this with like value and forms, to be able to make it easier to read. But if I can just turn the images into like prints later on, I could always add the value in at that point. Sorry, my mic is echoing in my ears just slightly. That's just because like my music isn't being loud enough. If I can raise it up slightly and not kill my hearing. Let me switch. Did not mean to do it like that, but just gotta go with it at this point. Oh, I think, alright, I guess I'll get back to the story that I was saying earlier. While I was in college, I wasn't really in a good headspace mentally. I was basically always trying to run away from my problems. Not that I was a bad kid or anything or causing any trouble. It was just more of like I had gone through a bad breakup. And I don't know, when you're at that age, you think that's the end of the world. There's nothing else. Yada 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 yada. I don't know. I guess during that time period, I needed the help, or I needed the little push to like just go out and have fun. And while I was in college, I met incredible friends that I love so very much, and met my wife. And things actually did get better. Like, it's one of those crazy things where like you don't see anywhere. You're stuck in like your surroundings. And you think, this is it. This is the end of the line or whatever. But there's so much more in this world to go try out, go see, go experience. But I think had I actually just given up, I would have missed out on so much. And even now with like the art thing, like I didn't think I would ever get to this skill level, but it's just more of like just practice and practice and practice and continue to learn and maybe find a mentor at one point or another and see where it takes you. And I'm not saying I got it all figured out, but I'm definitely in a lot better place than I was while I was in college. So if you guys ever go through moments where you're not sure or you don't know how you're gonna get out of it or whatever the situation might be, it's easier in hindsight to look at it and be like, oh, it'll never get better, this is it. But it will. It'll just take time. I think time is like the biggest healer that people forget. And there's no like, oh, I get over this or get over that. There's no like quick rushing through some such situations that you get put in. You kind of just have to let it roll with it and not trying to talk down to anybody's problems. Everybody's got their own craziness. This world's crazy. But I am trying to speak a little bit of encouragement. If you are watching this, do know that people love you and you'll encounter people that actually make a difference in your life. And that's what matters. Not all the people that are hating on you or telling you you can't accomplish something, but all the people that are there, that love you. It's all worth it. Alright, I think I want to do a little bit more detail. And we're gonna call it. What do y'all think? Good? Not good? If you're watching this at a later time, you liked it, let me know. Drop it down in the comments, give this video a like. Didn't like it, let me know why. I can take critique, no worries. I'm not asking to get roasted, but I can take good critique. Alright, I'm gonna scan this, post it, and call it a night. It's been about an hour. Alright, I think I'm gonna start doing these on Friday nights, and even after the challenge I'll probably do more like working on my tablet and just sketching out that way. Alright, y'all have a wonderful night or a wonderful day if you're watching this during the day, and thank you guys so much for stopping by. Peace.